Hello, and welcome to the Hail Mary Joe 2 TDs Scorer Show. I'm your host, Jose, and we're on week 3. So I'm going to review Thursday night's tickets because I do have 4 players on Sunday's game along with the Thursday night ticket. And then I'll have a 6-picker as ticket number 2, and then I'll have a 5-picker as ticket number 3, and then we have all 16 games covered for week 3. So let's just go over the Thursday night tickets. I had Hunter Henry for New England. They didn't show up. Not that there were any 2 TD scorers for the Jets either, but just so you know. Now, I did parlay him with the following players. So these following players, this ticket is still alive and breathing as we speak for tomorrow's games. By the way, I want to say goodbye to summer, since today's the last day of summer. And I want to welcome fall. And what's better on the first day of fall than a full slate of football games? So everybody, it's like Christmas in September. What can I tell you? So on that ticket number 1 that I had with Hunter Henry, I also have Bucky Irving for Tampa, 2 touchdowns at plus 1,100. I have Josh Jacobs for Green Bay, 2 touchdowns plus 1,100. I have J.K. Dobbins for LA Chargers, 2 touchdowns plus 1,000. And then I have Amari Cooper, 2 touchdowns for Cleveland at plus 1,200. So that's it there. But before we go on to that, I want to discuss ticket number 2. Here we go. So this one is up and at 'em. You ready? And what I have is I have 6 players on this. Now, please, folks, just remember, when we're talking about gambling for football, I'm not authorized to give you financial advice. I'm strictly authorized to tell you what I'm doing and only what I'm doing. And this is only what I'm doing. Okay? You guys can do whatever you want, but if you do decide to gamble on football or gamble on anything, please remember, only wager what you can afford to lose. Anything else is stupid. Stupid. So here we go. On this 6-picker, I have 50 cents on the 1s, 50 cents on the 2s, 25 cents on the 3s. You ready? Tank Dell for Houston against Minnesota. 2 TDs at plus 1,600. Houston runs 3 wide receiver sets 78.7% of the time. Do you know why they run wide receiver sets 78.3% of the times? I can tell you why. 3 reasons. Nico Collins, Stephon Diggs, and Tank Dell. Yes, that's it there. Now, Minnesota also allows 231.5 passing yards per game. Well, trust me, they're going to allow 300 to 350 yards passing this game, okay? Houston is a passing team. They're going to pass on them like you wouldn't believe. So that's why I'm going for them. That's player number 1. Player number 2 is Foster Monroe for New Orleans playing the Philadelphia Eagles. I don't trust anybody on New Orleans. A.J. Brown, they say he's coming back, but we're not sure. At the end of the day, between Kamara, Olaf, and Shaheed, I think Foster Monroe's going to get a few opportunities in the red zones, and he's already had 1 touchdown, and Derek Carr does look for him. Derek Carr does like looking at the tight ends, and I think that Foster will have a great opportunity this week. Next player I have is Jalen Tolbert for Dallas against Baltimore. Who you going to trust on these guys? If it ain't C.D. Lamb, and who's throwing the ball or who's running the ball on Baltimore, who knows? So you know what? I'm going with the speedster that spreads the fields, that's going to get 3 or 4 opportunities per game to take it to the long run, and at the end of the day, he just seems to be getting more open than Brandon Cooks or anybody else on that team, next to CD. So, that's who I'm going with, is Jalen Tolbert. Yeah, odds are super high, but you know what? I'm willing to take that chance. Next player, same thing. Khalif Raymond, Detroit, playing against Arizona, 2 touchdowns at plus 5,500. This could have 60, 70, 80 points in this game. They're going to be passing and throwing and slinging the ball around. And with Amon St. Brown not exactly 100%, he could be limited, which means less Amon, more Raymond. Amon Raymond, less Amon, more Raymond. That's what we want. And you know what? This guy can do it. He's the speedster on it. So I have the next player is Xavier Worthy for Kansas City against Atlanta. 2 touchdowns at plus 1,400. Now, Kelsey's not worth anything. He's under 5. The value of the running backs, Travis Kelsey and Rashid Rice, this week, are just so low that I'm going to go with Xavier Worthy. He did it for us in week 1, 2 touchdowns, plus 1,400. So I'm going to go with him again. At the end of the day, pick your poison with KC, because any of these 3 could show up and just be the game-winning changer. Right? Now, the 6th player on this ticket is going to be the following. It's going to be Mike Gesicki for Cincinnati at 2 touchdowns plus 1,600. He's got the most targets on the team. He's 13, tied for most actually. And he's got 10 catches along with Jamar Chase. So 0 TDs this year. He's a go-to guy after Jamar Chase. I expect him to go to him in the red zone this week and us to get a couple of touchdowns. Awesome. Ticket number 3 for week number 3. You ready? 5 players. Okay, so the next player I have is Alex Pierce, Indianapolis, playing Chicago. I don't trust anybody on Chicago. Chicago can't throw the ball more than 10 feet, so, that's not it. That's not going to do it for me. It's just that's not. And he's Indy's best receiver this year. Yes, I know Mike Pittman's coming back, and, yeah, big deal. Pittman's done. Sweet fuck all. So, you know what? I don't expect him to be a superstar. I expect Alex Pierce to get the looks and gets the chances in the red zones. And he's the only receiver right now with the TD. So, go with who's scoring. It's Alex Pierce. The next ticket I have is going to be Brock Bowers for Las Vegas Raiders. They're playing Carolina, 2 TDs, probably one of the worst defenses. We're definitely the worst offensive teams in there. Not only that, he's getting 25% of the targets share, and he has a 75% catch rate. He's 15 of 17, 156 yards, 0 touchdowns. That changes this week. He's getting 2. Trust me. Trust me. So the next person I have, JSN from Seattle, Jackson Smith Ninjaba. Okay, now he's playing Miami at, he's paying 2 TDs at plus 1,400. Last week he was 36.4% of the target share, 39.3% of the first reads. Could be covered by Miami's Kadar Kahu, who's giving up a catch rate of 75% of all throws thrown to him. So you know what? Them 3 things just add up to moolah for me. Ching, ching, ching is going to be JSN. Let's go. Next one I have is Jawan Jennings from San Francisco playing LA Rams, 2 touchdowns plus 1,400. 3rd and Jawan, well, that's the guy that I'm betting on. There's no Debo and no CMC. At the end, with no Debo means more chances for 3rd and Jawan. And behind George Kittle and behind Ayuk, what's he doing this year? Yeah, let's stick with Jawan. 3rd and Jawan could be our winner. And they're 2 beat-up teams. I don't know. I'm going with 3rd and Jawan. Best nickname left on the field. The last player that I have on this ticket is Keon Coleman. For Buffalo, playing Jacksonville, 2 TDs at plus 2,200. Jacksonville ranks 30th in pass defense, right? And, that's horrible. Now, also, Keon Coleman is getting 28.5% of the target share. So he's getting a lot of red zone reads without a TD, so that's going to change this week too. And we're going to get winners everywhere. Okay, that's it. That's how I expect it, because I don't expect Buffalo to lose this game. And I expect Buffalo to score at least 30, 40 points on Jacksonville. We'll wait and see. Let's hope. But I always have big eyes. Here we go. So we're going to review. We won't review ticket number 1 since I already reviewed it, but we will review ticket number 2 and ticket number 3. So for ticket number 2, I have Tank Dell for Houston, 2 TDs at plus 1,600. I have Foster Monroe for New Orleans, 2 TDs at plus 2,500. I have Jalen Tolbert for Dallas, 2 TDs at plus 5,500. I have Khalif Raymond for Detroit, 2 TDs at plus 5,500. I have Xavier Worthy for KC, 2 TDs plus 1,400. And I have Mike Gesicki to finish ticket number 2. Cincinnati, 2 TDs plus 1,600. Now, just like that, we're going to move on to ticket number 3. Ticket number 3, 5 players are as follows. We have Alex Pierce for Indianapolis at 2 TDs plus 3,500. We have Brock Bowers for Las Vegas Raiders, 2 TDs at plus 1,400. We have Jackson Smith Ninjaba for Seattle, 2 TDs plus 1,400. I have Jawan Jennings for San Francisco, 2 TDs plus 1,400. And last but not least, Keon Coleman for Buffalo, 2 TDs plus hundreds. So remember, folks, this is not financial advice. It's strictly only what I'm doing, okay? And I'm betting 50 cents on the ones, on the twos, and 25 cents on the threes. That's it, okay? Not only that, remember that if you do decide to gamble, please only gamble what you can afford to lose. Enjoy the games. Have fun, please. And we'll see you for week 4. All the best, folks. Enjoy.